Hey guys, it's my first PlayStation Direct. This is my initial thoughts, my ideas. So, for the PlayStation Direct, I think it's my first time watching one, so I don't know what to really suspect and where my expectations should be. I put about, let's say, I think it showed 20 games. About some of them I'm not interested in. Like I'm not interested in Borderlands. I've never really played a Borderlands game. And of course, Monster Hunter Wild. I'm super interested in that, so that was a no duh. Um, some of them have been in my wish list kind of already because I kind of spotted a game and it just immediately tracked it. I don't know what they're called because they're on my Steam library right now, and I'm on my PS5, which is in a completely different space. But like a few games I put on my PS5, which is like the Tides of it. Actually, give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. I now have basically the pre-order games up, so I can kind of more or less remember what the games were. Essentially, the PS5, uh, the PlayStation State of Play looked good. A lot of people on Twitter were complaining that it's like it's mid or it's like we're crying. I went in with like zero expectations. Genuinely speaking, I had no because I'm a Nintendo boy. Like I've had a Nintendo console for most of my life, and I mainly then I moved to PC gaming. So this is my like I own a PS5 because it my PC is good. It's not the strongest thing, but it's very consistent. So I tend to go to a PS5 for just a tiny bit more consistency. Stuff like Doom: The Dark Ages and other stuff I enjoy, and sometimes I enjoy just playing on my PS5. Like there are a few games that caught my interest. The Midnight Walk is something that looks good. The claymation, the animation stuff like that looked real good. The Shinobi game reminded me of Nine Souls a little bit, and I like Nine Souls for what I played. I haven't beaten it yet because I was streaming it and my computer crashed and I lost all my data and everything has gone south and yeah. So it's all back though. So streaming it again soon, maybe. Uh, I'm not interested in the Five Nights at Freddy's game only because I'm just gonna watch Markiplier play it. I'm gonna be honest. Uh, I'm just gonna watch him play it. Uh, the Metal Gear Solid Five, man, it's a triangle. So I'm gonna say yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid Five Snake Eater. It seems because that's just a remake of Metal Gear Solid Five, isn't it? Which is already exist. So yeah. Uh, Onimush 2, the remake from the PlayStation, and the oldest soul, the Onimush other one, the new one, the Way of the Sword. The Way of the Sword looks interesting, but it looks interesting in the way that I feel like I'm gonna have to see more. The problem I think with the trailer is it feels like I'm gonna have to see more from these games. Like some of them kind of like got me. There was this something like what's it called? Let me look at my wish list because I actually put it there. Yeah, Blueprints and like Lost Records, but those were both put on the PlayStation Plus thing. Those look interesting to me. Blueprints simply because I like the idea of being able to make essentially a mansion escape room. That looks cool. I think it'd be cooler if you could upload your mansion online and download others and see if you could escape their rooms in a certain time or whatever. I think that would be cool as hell. I know it's got multiple things and you can do it, but I think it'd be super cool if there was an online thing where it could be you solve the puzzles and then yada yada yada, and people could rate them like a Mario Maker, but it's just this. Lost Records looks cool. Reminds me of Life is Strange. That looked fun. Hell is Us. That looks good. Warriors Abyss. That's fun. I'm definitely getting the Like a Dragon game, 100% because I like it. Um, there's like so many games. I think I'm immediately like, oh, I have to uh get this like immediately. I'm surprised it doesn't remind things from your thing when you buy it. Whatever. Um, there are a few more games, but I put them on the Steam for my PC because I buy games on my PS5 and then I'll buy it on my and then I'll buy certain games on my PC because it's just like how do I want to play it and how often do I think I'll get to play it. Uh, I do think the biggest problem with the state of play was I didn't feel like I had enough information to go, I want that. It made me feel like I'll keep an eye on these, which was probably around like 10 games, maybe 12. And some of them were just like the state of play ones. I think that's a good ratio. So I will rate it a B tier. So I will say a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. Like for my first time, I'm not like impressed. I'm not like super like, whoa, I'm not hype, but I'm impressed. I'm like, these all look like good, competent, fun, interesting games. I don't know if I could say fun because Forspoken looked interesting, and I played it, and it's like not fun. But and I don't know anything about Stellar Blade because nobody fucking talks about it other than it's a Gunner game, and I'm gonna play it. I own Stellar Blade. I just haven't gotten to it because I'm playing Persona 3 Reload right now. So I'll play that. I'm excited for multiple things. This kind of felt like it came out of nowhere, but you know it's whatever. I think personally they really should have just had like a check it out in the store so I could like talk about each games. I think the biggest things obviously was like the Monster Hunter series. They really put that on blast, but that's because it's coming out and like oh it is on there. What? I'm so stupid. They put like the Digimon one that looked hype, and I was like, yo, I should get the Digimon one. The Lost Souls looked fun. I'm not a fan of the WWE games. I don't get it. David Diver played it real good. I would always recommend David Diver, but we're not going to talk about DLC. I'm glad the Five Nights at Freddy's thing showed up because I know what I'm going to watch Markiplier play. I'm not gonna do the Lies of P sequel because I haven't finished Lies of P1, and I'm not interested in like them. I'm not interested in a lot of The problem is I'm not interested in a lot of shooter games. I don't play shooters unless it's Doom. I love Doom because I like looter shooters. I really like the feeling of just trailblazing. Like that is so fun, but like just like basic shooters are not it for me. Um, but some of these games look real. They just look like something I'm putting into uh my peripheral. And as a gamer, that's all they need. Because I'm starting to get ads for like games and stuff that I would normally just never see, but I'm just like playing. I went from gamer to manga slash anime reader back to gamer, so I'm going full circle. I'll be streaming some games on YouTube. I'll be back to streaming soon, but I wanted to make a quick 10-minute video on my thoughts. I think the biggest games other than Warrior of the Abyss that I'm 100% buying. Um, oh, the Directive 820 game. I don't know what about it. Um, I don't know what about it is. It looks so interesting to me. I don't know what about this game is, but genuinely speaking, it gives me something. I thought it was another one of the what's the name with the dude Connor? It's like the androids. You're trying to like you're playing as the androids and you're trying to be like, oh, humans are fighting for android rights. You make multiple decisions. I don't know. It's not on the top of my tongue. I don't know the name of the game, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It reminded me of that at first. I thought this was a game, but you're playing as the androids going to war, and it's like a break off. Like maybe it's the same. No, completely different. But I'm like, oh, there's these robots in the war. And there's this game looks so interesting, but it looks like a movie game, but like a good movie game, and I don't know how to describe it other than that. And it immediately caught my interest. And I think that's one. Split Fiction looks great. I enjoy those two-player games that you just play. Sit down with a friend. I love the divorce game. I love A Way Out. I like those games actually a lot. Again, I'm sadly I don't think Darwin's Paradox really needed to be in there. I think out of all the I think out of the hold on. I'm gonna count how many games I'm actually not interested in. One, two, three, Definitively 3, definitively 4, definitively 5. I think I think 7. I think I'm definitively not interested in 7 games when it has how many games in a row? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. That's 25, 28, 21, 21 over 28. 7 times 4, 7 times 5. So that's, I think, 6 out of 7 as a fraction. 6 over 7 of the games. I think one third is 33%. So I imagine half of the third would be somewhere around 16. So I would say, I would say I'm interested in about like 85% of the game, maybe 80, 82 percent of the game. So that's a solid 8 out of 10.